Okay. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you and show you how to navigate through the system. Okay. So can you see this
Yep. Got it.
screen? Let's make it as big as possible. Can you still see it?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So I guess I can log out and show you like right from the get-go. So go to beachbodyondemand.com and click login and it takes you to this. You just use your Beachbody email and password. It's the same information. I saved my stuff because I can't remember 1,000 things. um, and so here from the get-go is the workout programs right at the beginning. You can filter them by the different types, time, the fitness levels, the types, and the trainers. Okay. So that's a quick way to jump around first. You can sort them by featured, newest, or A to Z. So I'm going to show you Core to Force because it has modifier tracks, and I want to be able to show that to you as well. So once you click into any of the programs, they're all going to be set up basically like this. It gives you a little overview of what it's like, and you can click right into the guide for the workouts and the nutrition guide. So if you click into that, it does the same thing as clicking on these up at the top. It's just a different way to navigate. So these are all of the workouts, and they're in, I want to say, kind of alphabetical order. I'm not exactly sure. It gives you like a little detail about it. So like for this particular program, there's a learn it and work it where you like learn the different moves and then you can go and do the program. I recommend doing that if the program you choose has that available, because it makes it really easy to learn what you're going to do and be able to keep up better the first time through the workout, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yep.
Under program materials, you'll see this is like all the printed stuff that would come if you had ordered DVDs. So there's the quick start guide, the calendar, which I'll show that one to you because this is really important because they're not listed in order of the calendar. They're so you would want to print this out or keep it on your computer, whatever works for you. And it just walks you through the way they have set up the program schedule. And they have tested and designed and retested and designed and gone back and forth and made sure that they have these set up in the order that'll give you the best results. So I really recommend following the calendar for the first round of any program that you do, because they do the same thing with each program. It's highly tested to make it really effective.
Okay.
And then the deducts calendar is for the second month if you want to do that. But I honestly have done like several rounds of just the first 30-day calendar, and it's awesome. So you are always going to get a great workout whether you go to the quote unquote advanced calendar or not for any of the programs.
Okay.
So down below this is the nutrition, the eating plan. This is like the little booklet that would come with the program, and it just walks you through all of the nutrition information. One of the first things every single program does is it has you figure out which meal plan category you're in based on the math that it's showing you up here of like your current weight times 11 is your calorie starting point. Then plus 400 is your calorie burn, is your maintenance calories. And then, so like you would stop at maintenance calories if you were not trying to gain or lose weight. Mm-hmm. But if you're trying to lose some extra weight, maintenance calories minus 750 deficit, and that's your calorie target. So typically, I always suggest that nobody, no matter their fitness or their size, goes to plan A, because that's just very little calories, and you have to be like a tiny person. Yeah, like if you're really short and small, like maybe that makes sense for you. But most people, I want to see them between plan B and plan C, so around at least 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day. And so then what this does is it breaks it down into the container system. So with your all access annual pack, you'll be getting that portion fix. So you'll get all the container systems, which were developed for 21-day fix. Mm-hmm. And now we use them with every single program because it makes it so much easier to get your meals and your nutrition on point every single day. So depending on what plan you're in, it tells you how many of each of those colored containers you would have. So like for plan B, you'd get 4 veggies, 3 fruits, 4 proteins, 3 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 seeds and dressings, and 4 teaspoons of nuts and oil. And one thing that just happened, which is pretty exciting, is almond milk used to be like almost everybody puts almond milk or coconut milk into their Shakeology. Either I put about a quarter to a third of a cup in with mine, and then the rest is water. But I suggest you like kind of test it and decide which kind of combo works best for you. It used to be counted as a yellow, as a carb, but they just decided that I can't remember exactly why, but they changed it to a teaspoon. So it really like freed up a whole extra container there for us. And everybody was like, woohoo! Almond milk extravaganza. So as you go through the document for like this, the meal plan for is there for every single program. And so it really walks you through like exactly what to do. And then as you go through, it gives you like some sample menus, some ideas of what to do for each week in this particular program. And then the next section of each nutrition plan is going to give you lists of what type of foods go in those containers. And they typically list them from best choices to not as best choices, but also still good. What is the phrase I'm trying to say? Most ideal to like fine.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But they're not going to list anything that's not good. So if that makes I'm losing the phrase in my mind of what it should be. So your fruits, your veggies, your proteins, your carbs, and it, is listing them with those colors of their containers. So it makes it easy to start learning and figuring out what goes into what category. But do remember, like, this was created before the recent update of almond milk is now a teaspoon. So just a little caveat there. And then, of course, your free foods, how you can make your water taste delicious if you're not used to drinking it, coffee and tea. And then the food trackers. So there's documents, and it's another link here in the program that you can just print these pages off. But you already have the app, which I think is amazing for 21 Day Fix. And it's the same thing to be able to track your containers. And this is just a way to write it down manually.
Okay.
And then beyond this, yada, yada, or Beachbody Performance supplements are amazing. I was super skeptical, and now I just can't even live without them. Then there's recipes at the end of every single program.
That's what I want.
Yeah, so there's tons of recipes for each one. And if you go onto like Pinterest and search for 21 Day Fix or Quarter Force, you're going to find a ton, like this barbecue pizza. Oh my gosh, is amazing. You're going to find a ton of recipes. So anyways, that's basically what every single program's meal plan looks like this, where it'll be tweaked a little bit differently for each program because they base it. Oh, and then there's Shakeology recipes, which on teambeachbody.com, if you click under nutrition, there's Shakeology recipes there too. And there are hundreds for each flavor. It's awesome.
Nice.
But each program is tweaked a little bit just to make the nutrition is tweaked a little bit to be specific to that program, to make sure you're getting the right nutrition for what the workout is that you're doing, if that makes sense.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the Beachbody Challenge, I highly suggest everybody does this every single month. You can enter each month, and just for completing the program, you get a free t-shirt. Like, that's awesome. I wear my shirt all the time. You can do it every 30 days, and they enter you in to win. You could go into the running to end up winning $100,000. My friend Mindy, who's my coach, her husband did Masters Hammer and Chisel and won $4,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's just a really cool thing that you can do. They give away $100,000 to a man and $100,000 to a woman every summer when we have our big coaching event. So it's pretty cool. Blah, 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 blah. Just a little more like, check out all this other cool stuff. This is Joel and Jericho, who are the trainers for this particular program. They're adorable and amazing, and I love them. You got this. So that's a an example of a meal plan. Here's the food tracker document, the FAQ. And so each program is going to be set up like this. And then down below, there's other languages, French and Spanish. So if you want to read those in those languages, you can.
Yeah, I'm good.
I cannot help you with that. But let me show you. I think Shred has a modifier track. So let me show you what it looks like. Yes, we accept. Da, 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 da. Check this little box. And then I'm gonna pause this just so it's not talking over us. Down here in the corner, you see where it says mod.
Oh, yeah.
If you click that, it'll play the modifier track. And I suggest that everyone starts off with the modifier track.
Sailing right here.
So you can see everybody, this is the typical view that you would have of the program. And all of our newer programs have this track of the modifier is always on the screen the entire time, showing you everything she's doing. Because I don't know about you, but I hate when you're trying to follow a program and they have somebody that's doing, you know, a step down of what everyone else is doing. And you can't see them for the first half of that particular move because they're, you know, focused on all these people. So I really love that this is an option for us. And like I said, the newer programs all have this going. So that is always something to watch for with what you're doing. So if we go back to workout programs, you'll be able to see, like, as you scroll down, Challenge du Jour, they change this every week or every day. There's a new one. And each week they send out the schedule of what's going to be coming up. And this gives you a different workout from a different program with a different trainer every single day.
Okay.
So it's kind of fun because, and it'll show you like, oh, this is what's coming up. It's just kind of fun if you want to, like, you know, test stuff out. But to start with, I would really want you to just choose one program and follow it through the full schedule. And if we go down here, like we have yoga, this is dancing, Pyo is like workout and or Pilates and yoga program. There's a bunch of yoga in this section. Fixate is our cooking show, which is based on the Portion Fix containers. This is Autumn Calabrese, this same lady. She's one of the super trainers, and her brother is a chef, and so they've developed this show where, like, they show us how to make great meals. So as you can see, there's like tons of choices, and there's even like the old classic stuff down here at the bottom, like the older, these are just exclusive to Beachbody On Demand, so they don't show up on any programs you can buy. Yeah, like there's like the old school 90s ones. So if you want to do that, you can too. Let's go back up to the top here. Let's see. The other thing I want to show you is you can click into, up at the top here, you can click into trainers, and then you can go through and choose, if you like, oh, I really love Shalene and her workouts, it'll show you, oh, here's just all of Shalene's programs. So that's a pretty cool option. And then, of course, if you click on how it works, it kind of walks you through everything as well. So if you ever are like, what the heck did Robin say? You can click on that and get some help getting started. So this shows you, like, make sure you check out the modifier and the audio options and the eating plan. So it's pretty cool. There's message boards, there's the blog, and it just takes you to like other information. So that being said, one of the programs that I really love for people to start with is 21 Day Fix.
Okay.
So I would highly recommend you start with this one. It is 3 weeks. If we look at these are the workouts, they're all 30 minutes. It shows you whether you need any extra equipment or not for each one, if you see that right there. And so you know that you have 30 minutes, you get in, you get out, you get a great full body workout for each one of them, but each one does have a more specific focus. So like upper fix is obviously upper body, lower fix, lower body, but you're still going to get a workout throughout your entire body. And it's a really easy calendar to follow because there are 7 workouts and it's 7 days and you just get it done. So This is what I would recommend starting with, and do at least one round of this because, like I said, it gets you used to the 30-minute workouts, and the meal plan is really easy to follow. It's based on the, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now if I can. Let's see. Stop share. There we go. So that it gives you a really good intro into the meal plan and how to figure out the containers and yada yada. So that is where I would suggest starting, unless you are willing to try Country Heat, which is so much fun. I am not a country music fan, and I freaking love this program. It's also 30 minutes. It's dancing the entire time, so you don't really even feel like you're working out. It's like tricks you. And that one is also 30 minutes, 30-day calendar, super easy to follow. And then on May 16th, we have coming out, I don't know if you saw my live video the other day of me doing the sneak peek of UV2 where you're like dancing.
I think I did see that.
It's kind of like updated Sweat into the Oldies in a way.
Oh, nice.
It's super fun. And I was like, this is going to be amazing because the music is like 80s, 90s.
Can we get Richard Simmons to like guest star in one of these videos?
I know, right? And the guy that does it is the guy who did the Brazil butt lift videos, and he's so happy and positive and excited, and I'm just like, oh, this is going to be so fun. People are going to love it. So, you know, like I said, I would choose either Country Heat or 21 Day Fix just to get started, just to start easing into what our programs are like and understanding the meal plans. And of course, incorporating your Shakeology every day. I'm so excited that you loved the chocolate with the mint. Like, that's one of my favorites. I do like a peanut butter cup one where I put powdered peanut butter in with the chocolate, and it's amazing. So
yeah, I have PB2. I might try some of that.
Yeah, exactly. Just put like maybe a teaspoon or teaspoon and a half, 2 teaspoons in with it. It's so good. It's one of my favorites. So, okay. Do you have any other questions about the Beachbody On Demand or?
I don't think so. I'll just have to, take a little bit of time and kind of go through it and
totally
figure out what I want to do first.
Yeah. And I will send you the link to this video that I just recorded. So if you're like, whoa, what the heck did she say? Then you can do that. So I use my TV by using my Roku. So you can download an app on Roku.
There is an app. Good.
What's that?
There is an app on the Roku?
Yeah, there is. And it looks a little bit different, but you'll be able to figure it out.
Okay.
You have to get the meal plans and the calendar on the computer. They don't have that on the Roku app.
Okay,
But,
that's fine.
if you have that, that's great. There's also Chromecast, the Amazon Fire Stick, and Apple TV. They all have them too. Any web-enabled device can get to the website. You can do it. So, but the Roku is great. All right, stop recording.